Good morning internet. It is 8:30 in the morning and welcome back to the channel. Welcome here to Anchorage, Alaska. I have returned to Alaska and well, as you can see in the meantime, while I was racing and crashing the Baja Rally in Mexico, while the parts for Alaska arrived here in Anchorage, things have gotten a little bit colder down here. So actually, when I see this, I realize how happy I am that, you know, I completed my Alaska journey before this weather kind of set in. So the plan is I am now going to go back to Bill, where I left Alaska, and we're going to, well, get to work basically. So I am back in Bill's garage. Look, here she is. Just like I left her, hey?
Just like you left her.
And so basically this whole build of Alaska, there's a couple of things going on. So over 43,000 kilometers, a lot of parts are worn, of course. So some of these parts just need replacement. But I'm also going to do tons of upgrades because it's basically now or never. I'm preparing her for the next huge journey. So if I want to do any upgrades, now is the time. Most of the parts that need replacement are basically, well, I did put Alaska through a little bit of abuse. Oh no. 3,700 and a red light. Let's move on. I have a flashing light, ABS. This is the bad news. I broke another mirror. Look, and there went another mirror. Try to push it back up a little bit, but see. So let me introduce you also to Darren, who works at KTM, and Darren is going to look after Alaska's motor because the counter shaft needs to be replaced, and to do that we need to open the motor. So this is also a good moment to have a look at it, see if everything else looks fine.
No, get a new one of those. This is your swing arm. Bunch of new bearings and seals in there.
So one of the upgrades that I'm doing is that I bought myself a new exhaust. And of course, I only did this purely to save weight because light is right. And well, the engine runs a little bit cooler. There's many advantages. The sound and the look have nothing to do with it, of course. So this is the one that I bought. I bought an Aero exhaust. The weight difference is massive. This weighs almost nothing compared to the stock exhaust. So I'm saving several kilograms just there. Now haters will say that I spent too much money in this motorcycle. But then again, if you think that, then this channel is not the place for you. The real motorcycle lovers will definitely understand my choices, I'm pretty sure.
So I'm going to put a new adapter on for you, and I got a new power plug for you also.
Yeah.
Little nut here. This peg, this highway passenger peg goes away because it'll use a bolt that goes through there.
Let me go get the camel tank that they're talking about. So that's the next upgrade. I got a camel tank. So this time I will be bringing fuel with me and in a proper way, not like I did last time, because my next adventures are going to be happening in a part of the world where fuel might be an issue. I got this one, which is from Camel ADV products, and I think it's 5 liters. I'll show you just now. So this is the tank, and it's gonna sit. It's gonna sit kind of more or less like here, no?
Pretty close.
Pretty close.
So it'll mount using the mount that your helmet lock holds to, and a couple up underneath, and then it mounts here to where this peg is going away.
Perfect. Now I thought it would be cool, because we're now kind of building Alaska 2.0, the new and renewed upgraded, that I would give her a new graphics set, because basically she's gonna look like a total new bike. So I thought it'd be cool if, you know, I changed the graphics. So I bought this graphics set from Upshift. Let me open it up. Ta-ta! So it's gonna be looking really different. Let me open this up. So these are all my new stickers. So I'm going to make a little station up here where I'm going to clean the parts that's going to receive the new stickers. So we got the panels, and then I'm going to start with the tank here. Thank you. You got Alaska's heart. Is she heavy?
Yeah, a little bit.
So this is all there's left now.
Oh, we're done. See ya.
That was it. The main stripping is done.
Oh no, there's still more.
Oh, still more to strip.
Yeah. Well, all right.
We just wanted to get the heart out so we can get Darren working on getting that.
Yeah. Let's read the manual.
What do you think so far?
What I'm thinking so far?
Yeah.
It's tough seeing her like this, but I know it's for the greater good.
Did we forget to tell you normally that we don't know what we're doing here?
We're just trying, right?
We can take it apart real easy, but putting it together.
Well, that's my job. I thought you guys take it apart and then I put it back together.
That's gonna get expensive.
Well, so far it looks like you guys know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that's
I think it's
good.
surprising.
Filter's not too bad.
Well, we only
put it
changed
in
it in
just
July,
before,
so-
yeah,
Right, come on, Mom.
just before I went to the Dalton or to
Yep.
Prudhoe.
I have with getting is the oil pump drive is plastic on this.
I got the hammer right here. Okay. What is in here?
What's in here? Ooh,
Smell it. Does it smell like burnt? I mean, it smells like oil, obviously. It smells like not good. It smells like dinosaurs.
smells like I didn't really burn my
But-
plates, no?
No, you've smelled burnt clutches, right? Have you?
I've burnt clutch plates
And it has
before.
that really pungent, really smell. Like
Yeah.
the oil will smell real bad. You can
Yeah.
tell. Like, and then also these pieces. We'll get to it when we take this off real quick.
Yeah.
It'll show. It'll be like burnt looking.
Yeah.
You can obviously tell. It's original clutch plates and everything.
I never changed clutch plates, no.
That's absolutely.
Did I did a good job?
Yeah. And if you shove your fingernail on it really hard, it's supposed to put like an indent and it kind of mushes down, so the fiber pad, you can tell that it's like soft still.
Right.
These are kind of hard. And then also we got this guy right here, the steel plate, and if we look at it kind of closely, I'm gonna wipe it off so it's not dirty, but see how it's kind of like bluing looking.
Yeah.
It's blue and dark.
Yeah.
Even this is kind of dark. It means it's like getting burnt. It's definitely hot. It's definitely needs to be changed.
It needs to be changed. Yeah.
And yeah, because like even look at that one in there. That one should be a shiny metal
Oh,
finish, and that
okay.
is definitely you know what I
Right.
mean?
It's just
Yeah.
regular wear.
That's a wear. I mean, you just got
Yeah.
a lot of time on it. It's like
Yeah.
a brake pad. You know, it's like the
Yeah.
same. It goes away. You know,
Right.
eventually. So yeah, same deal. Oh, that thing.
Steering head bearings, finally.
Yeah. Here's your bottom one.
How long did you have to wait before the part arrived?
These came pretty quickly.
Oh, they came pretty quickly. Because remember last we couldn't get them, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, the basket. It takes.
So that's the
That's
one.
the bottom one.
Yeah. What's that?
This is like the shift shaft that goes through.
The shift shaft?
Yeah, with the crazy
Oh shit.
ratcheting pull, you know, shift mechanism. God, look at this. That's weird.
See, we could be making up all kinds of names.
Yeah, and I'm just
It's the
repeating
day.
it.
Put it on so when she does it on a video,
I
it
know.
looks like.
Yeah, that's a super weird. Very simple.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've never seen one like that. That's weird.
What's weird then?
I've seen.
What? What's the design of the.
It's like a flower.
Since this is resting in this spot right here, we got neutral. You'd shift it, and then this whole star would move, and it would roll into this little notch, or whatever you want to call it, indent, and that would position the shift drum, and then move the whole shift forks in and out, whatever, and then that would be a gear. So you got first gear, second gear, third gear, or maybe the other way. I
So-
don't remember.
So that's why sometimes it's hard to put it
Well,
in
you would-
neutral
it would
because
go-
it's small.
Yes, it's weird
Right.
like that. And it's got to sit.
Ah.
It's got to sit in that thing, and it will easily
Yeah.
rock out. It'll
Exactly.
want to like rock out into the next thing. It'll clunk.
Yeah. Aha. So mine, so it does have
A gasket.
a gasket, no?
Yeah, on the top they always have like a little rubber deal.
Do we have a new one or not?
It's supposed to be a reusable, but the new kit has a new one.
We have a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a pretty neat deal for being a 4-valve system. It just has, you know, obviously it has a dual overhead cam, but it has these rockers that there's only one cam lobe, and then the one cam lobe moves this rocker that's like a Y shape and it pushes it up and down. I remember seeing that Honda like CRF 450 dirt bikes or something
Right.
back in the day, but very conventional, like a sport bike or something, or a dirt bike would have one of these lobes for each valve.
Valve.
In very conventional like 80s 90s would be like a bucket style deal where each one of these would push up on each valve, and it's been a thing in the last years. KTM did it. I remember KTM doing it, where they would use a rocker arm system, and I think it's you can get like more leverage on the valves. Like you push the valves down farther, but then have a smaller load. It's just a bunch of useless information. But what I would look for in this engine is like if there was damage or anything. And a lot of times like cam lobes would have like, they'd be like hot and red or scored or whatever, not red but brown, like those cut plates, scored, like scratches if you can feel it like with your nails, or see it scratches. This is kind of like you see some, it looks like wear, but that's not nothing like, it's no big deal. So I mean, I wouldn't worry about this. These are really small cap lobes. It's funny. If you look over here, it'll show a little indicator, like little lines, and they somewhat flush with the cylinder head. Here,
the blue?
Here, here. And it says like EX and then IN.
Oh, there, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see it now.
Exhaust, and then if you look over here and you look in that small hole, that is the flywheel, and then there's an F, or as a T, and the T is for timing. So then that's indicating that the crankshaft's at top dead center, and then that's indicating that these lines up here is indicating that this is at top dead center. So now we can check the valve clearance.
I did not understand anything, but it sounded
You just gotta put a couple of letters together.
So now we're gonna check in 16.
Oh, that's so it's 16 millimeters.
Yeah, 0.16.
I thought it was thousands at first.
No, it's 0.16 mil.
Now it's 0.40 mil.
No, I had it.
Because that one's huge. Feel that?
No, I had it.
20 shouldn't fit.
No. Well, it should be close. Yeah, 20. I don't think 20 is gonna fit because it had a little bit of drag in it.
But that's good. That's good.
That's in,
within the range. A lot of people get all crazy. People will ask like, "Oh, should I shim it towards one side? Should I try to shim it like towards the small side or the big side?" You can't. You gotta do the
now we're gonna do the big opening of the engine, or not?
The cam chain tensioner part. So hopefully I have the right tool. I kind of took a guess. I hope the BMW one will work.
Oh wait, huh? What happened? I went away for 2 minutes, and now you took the top off.
Yeah, the piston's pretty cruddy.
So what's your verdict when you see the top of the piston?
That's good.
It's good.
It's just got carbon buildup, which is nothing.
It's just the residue from fuel being burned in there.
And we can clean it off, or?
We got a new piston.
Oh yeah, we got a new piston.
Yeah. And one of the things is the rings. These are probably worn, if anything. The piston, there's no scratches, like no major scratches on the piston or the cylinder. The cylinder's like brand new looking, which is awesome. And the rings, I can almost guarantee that they feel thin, which doesn't mean anything. I'm gonna bet that they have excessive end gap, but I don't know. Can't really tell. We do have a measurement and we can measure it, but I'm just gonna look at it. We have new rings anyways. I don't know. It looks like the ring end gap. So there's like a little gap between the ring.
Yeah.
I don't know what the measurement is. Probably like 30 thousandths or something like that. But you check it out. But we have new rings. Anyways, whatever. We'll check it when we put new rings in to make sure that they're not too tight or too loose. Yeah. And then whatever. So this, I'm just throwing these in here to check them out. I mean, it's telling me that the thing wasn't worn very much at all. I mean, it wasn't super worn, or else there'd be a huge gap. This one kind of looks like there's a gap, but I mean, it's got 40,000 kilometers on it. It should have a gap. That's pretty close.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's probably fine. I wouldn't run these again, but that's what we're gonna use.
Okay, that's good.
But it's not really like, you can't feel it with your finger very much. It's just like maybe a little bit of blow by from like old gas and junk. Yeah. And but it's not scratched at all on the skirt at all, which is awesome. It means it means dirt wasn't going past your air filter.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, you never had any kind of like major oiling problem, so it's awesome.
It's good.
So he had
That works. Wow.
Ta-da!
That is so cool to see.
Nothing broke or screwed up. Yet.
Looks perfect, except for the worn camshaft. On the OEM engine support blocks. What are you doing, Bill?
packing some steering bearings.
Ooh, my brand new steering head bearings.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that those are gonna be replaced.
Yeah. By the time I got the old races out, they were pitted pretty bad.
Yeah.
Remember that star-shaped piece on the other side?
Yeah.
Well, shoot, what it is? I don't know.
The one with the gears.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So it turns this guy. This is the shift drum. Look at this crazy deal, how it has all these valleys that go up and down.
Yeah.
Give it this piece is, you can see there's like a little nub. The nub will fit into one of these, and when you shift, this thing turns and the grooves make this shift fork move up and down. So when it goes up, it's engaging this gear, and then this gear also. When it goes down, it's engaging this gear. You would look at the engagement areas,
Yeah.
and you can see like this, it's like shiny and then it's a little dull. It's like not bad. You would look for bent, broke, burnt,
Yeah.
anything like that. Or if it was like super worn down, you'd see that it would have like a worn like edge on it, which it's pretty easy to see a shift fork is bent or screwed up.
Yeah.
Mainly right there where the shift fork will go around like one of those little curves. Those are like chip.
Uh-huh.
But looks fine.
Looks in good condition.
Looks great.
Hammer time. Oh, I'm
Lightly
gonna-
tap on the shaft.
More? Oh, it's going.
Yeah.
More?
Yep.
Opa, done.
Oops.
Yeah, all this has to come out to get to that shaft.
Unbelievable, yeah. So one little part and we have to do all of this.
But it's worth it.
It will be worth it, yeah.
It's hard to see, but these guys are worn down. And
Yeah.
this sprocket was really banging back and forth.
Yeah.
But what we got to do, we got to disassemble this whole thing because we're replacing that shaft. But while we're at it, we gotta go through and make sure that like these shift dogs, make sure that they're not screwed up. We put a transmission together with screwed up shift dogs and whatever. This is a weird example because these are weird shapes. Like if this piece gets rounded off, see it's like kind of squared edge. If these pieces that engage in here get rounded off, better example, this thing, if these edges get really worn off where it's like sharp, I mean it's got a little bit of wear, it's not much. If it gets really worn where it's like really round, and it will pop out of gear.
Right.
Like, and then continuously doing that over time will then bend shift forks and then like put stress on these, put chips in that, all sorts of bad news.
Starting up the bike again for the first time. Let's see if she'll start.